For over 20 years, I've been in the professional development space. I've done events and seminars and workshops all over the country and trained thousands of folks. One thing that I've found is that money is mysterious and most people don't understand their own retirement account, let alone how it grows the wealth for their future. Okay, so what I did here today is I listed out the most common retirement accounts and then listed the most important features for those accounts to compare them together and to isolate what is the best option for you and your financial future. You'll also notice there's colors on the chart. Blue stands for neutral, green stands for good, and red is potentially not so good. So let's take a look at what we've got here. Across the top, we have the most common retirement accounts: 401ks, IRAs, Roth IRAs, Section 7702A accounts, and also brokerage accounts. And going down over here, we have the most important factors to most people. One, how much can you contribute into this type of an account? How is it taxed, whether it's going on the way in or the way out? How risky is your account, or what kind of risks do you incur? When can you retire with this account? What kind of loans or access to your money do you have? Can you get leverage out of there to accelerate the growth of your account? And how are distributions handled? And so we're going to take a look at each of these accounts and compare them with each of these features with an attempt to isolate what's the best possible option for you to be putting your money in at this point in time. So let's take a look at the most common retirement account, a 401k. You can put up to $19,500. If you're over the age of 50, you can add an additional $6,500 to that. Your money's going to go in tax deferred. You're going to be exposed to the stock market, so you may actually lose money or watch your 401k balance go up and go down, and that could be damaging to you if it's in retirement years. Secondly, you're going to have to wait till you're 59 and a half to retire and access that money. If you need a loan out of your 401k, some companies may offer loan options, but not every 401k allows you to borrow your money. But in any case, if you do borrow money out, you have to put it back in or you're going to pay a 10% penalty and you're going to get taxed. Now, 401ks have no leverage to help accelerate your growth, and you are going to be taxed at the end. And so this 401k is going to grow to a large amount, and then you're going to get taxed on that large amount at the end. And I'm saying that's not so good. There are better options. Now let's take a look at the second most common option, an individual retirement account or an IRA. Now IRAs can be open if you don't have a 401k at your work and you want to contribute money yourself to your own retirement. You can open them up at almost any brokerage. Now an IRA is going to allow you to contribute up to $6,000 a year. And if you're over the age of 50, you can add an additional $1,000 to that. Your money will also go in tax deferred. You will be exposed to the stock market. You're going to have to choose how you want that money allocated. In both a 401k, an IRA, and in a Roth, you're going to have to pick the fund or the way that your money is being invested. And that's going to choose how much money you earn or lose in your account. You are directly exposed to the stock market. And so you're exposed to the stock market here. Again, you can't access this money or retire with it until you're 59 and a half. So let's take a look at the next option, a Roth IRA. You can contribute $6,000 a year, an extra $1,000 if you're over the age of 50. Here's the major difference. Your money is taxed now. And what that actually means is that it's after-tax dollars that you're putting into it. You're not putting the money in pre-tax like in a 401k or an IRA. So you're taxed now on the money. The money is exposed to the stock market. You can't access it till you're 59 and a half, and it's the same loan for features of 60 days, and then you have to get the money back in. Here's the major difference again, is that you're tax-free when the money leaves your Roth. And so the money grows your entire life till the time you retire, past the age of 59 and a half, and then all that money comes out tax-free, as long as you follow the rules of the Roth IRA. You can contribute over $1 million to a 7702A account, which is significantly higher than your traditional 401k, IRA, or Roth IRAs. 7702As are excellent for business owners, highly salaried individuals, or anyone who's maxing out their other retirement options. 7702A accounts, you're taxed now on your money, but here's a major difference. Your money is secure. Inside of one of these accounts, traditionally, your money's not in the stock market. It mirrors the stock market, where you take a percentage of the gains of the stock market, but you take none of the losses. So it creates security for those people who put money into these types of accounts. So when it comes to retirement age, you can access your money at any time. Unlike an IRA, a Roth, or a 401k where you have to wait till you're 59 and a half, there are no penalties and no restrictions to access your money inside this type of account. The next is loans and access. Remember, in a 401k, sometimes depending on the company, we can access it. In IRAs and Roths, you have a maximum of 60 days, but there's penalties if you go over it. Inside of a 7702 account, you do have access to your money. In fact, you have access at any time for as much as you want, for as long as you want. You do not have to put that money back in your account. So the next important factor is leverage. That basically means using other people's money to accelerate the growth of your account. Two options for using leverage, a brokerage account and a 7702. In the case of a brokerage, using margin, that's risky and you can wipe out your account balance. Inside the 7702 account, there are ways to leverage using other people's money to grow your account faster, and you can do that in a safe manner so you're not putting that leverage at risk. Distributions, meaning when you take income, come out of a 7702 account tax-free, similar to a Roth, but with two additional features. These types of accounts come with a death benefit and a living benefit. And what that means is that since this is built inside of an insurance contract, you have your account value, you also have a death benefit value. That death benefit would pass on to your heirs in the case of an event, and it can also be used while you're alive for medical expenses if you're diagnosed with a chronic illness or a terminal illness. These are major advantages to this type of account over the other options. Another type of account worth mentioning is a brokerage account. Not typically chosen as your first choice for retirement, but once you've maxed out your other retirement options, brokerage accounts are excellent for people who want to invest in individual stocks or play the stock market. So let's take a look at a brokerage account. Contributions to brokerage accounts are pretty much unlimited. Your tax now, it's after-tax dollars going in. You're directly exposed to the stock market because that's what you're buying, stocks. You can have access to your money at any time. If you want loans, there's no loans when you liquidate your positions, but there is leverage, and that's risky. What I mean by leverage is if you put $10,000 into a brokerage account and you open up what's known as margin, you can get an additional $5,000 or so put into your account, giving you a total purchasing power of $15,000. If the market drops, that could wipe out your account, so be careful using margin. These are taxed. They're taxed every single year on your gains, and there's no death benefit and there's no living benefit. Congratulations if you've made it this far. We covered a lot of information today. I hope that you found value in today's video and that you were able to find what type of retirement account is best for you. If you have any questions, please put those in the comment section. If you'd like a one-on-one review, feel free to click the link below. We're happy to help you. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. My name's Scott McLean. It's not what you make, it's what you do with what you make.